How do you help your staff be happy?
Pizza time.
Well, it's not a pizza party. Now, don't get me wrong, I love pizza, but we as leaders are actually too often creating more unhappiness for employees by getting in the way. As an empathetic leader demonstrating emotional intelligence, you should always be asking your employees how they feel, right? Wrong. Instead of focusing on feelings, focus on what experts refer to as flow. I found that surveying employees without clear context actually caused some to find something to complain or be upset about only when asked, when they initially didn't have any feedback or concerns. Now, don't suppress emotions and feelings from employees who have real concerns, but drawing attention to feelings can actually backfire. Mauss, psychologist and researcher who studies emotions and happiness, found that asking someone how they are feeling can actually have a negative effect. Research indicates that happiness is most likely occurring when you achieve what experts refer to as flow. Flow is when you're working on or towards something and you aren't even aware of yourself. You're not thinking about your happiness or your feelings. You're thinking about that task. That may be creating something, doing something challenging, helping others, learning it, or acquiring some useful skill. State of flow is where people report being completely happy and completely unaware of self. Strangely enough, happiness often ends when you start to think about your feelings. English philosopher John Stuart Mill famously said, "Ask yourself if you are happy and you cease to be so." The key to happiness may actually be to keep the mind fixed on some other object than happiness. If you want to engage and ask questions to get more of a reading from staff, ask more specific questions than how you're feeling. What part of your day was most stressful? What part of your day flowed really well? When were you able to use your strengths and talents? And the best advice for understanding how people are feeling is to ultimately create an environment where people are open to giving and receiving feedback in all directions. I do want to add that when talking about happiness and well-being of employees, the job itself needs to be meeting some basic requirements of fair compensation with a living wage, creating safety, and ensuring staff feeling valued. If you're not providing these basics, it's unreasonable to expect employees to be happy. Beyond that, focus on an environment that promotes autonomy and mastery of work that ultimately leads to that blissful place called flow.